Well, that was fun. Those were the first words from head coach Mark Richt in the post-game press conference following the shootout, 51-44 right here in Sanford Stadium. Scoreboard got a workout in this one as both teams seemingly try to score as fast as possible to see which team would run out of bullets first. Down went Kansas State, then Oregon, and then almost in unison it seemed every Georgia fan started barking like bulldogs. And another player making his Masters debut is former Georgia Bulldog and Georgia native Russell Henley, who's played this course many times while in college, but this is the first time for that elusive green jacket. Football coaches are paid to sweat about the little things. But what about a coin flip? Does it matter that the head side is heavier, or what about tails never fails? For Burke County, the outcome dictates where they play on Friday, at home or on the road. Well, the final round of the 2013 Masters tournament is finally here. Angel Cabrera and Brandt Snedeker are going to battle it out in the last group, going off the tees today at 240. Both tied at 7 under and both looking for green jackets. For Cabrera, he already has one. Won it in 2009. For Brandt Snedeker, trying to come off a slide. For former Louisville resident Brian Gay, being back in the mix at the Augusta National is great for many reasons. Not only to play in the most prestigious golf tournament in the world, but he also gets to enjoy some familiar faces in familiar places. The game started with both teams being separated by one place in the standings. But by the end of it, number 6 South Carolina showed number 5 Georgia that they stand in a class all by themselves. For former Duke Blue Devil William Avery and former UConn Husky Ricky Moore, Big Oak Park served as the training grounds for the two soon-to-be high school superstar teammates who 10 years ago made their way through the madness of March and on a college basketball's brightest stage, the NCAA National Championship game. And as if the 2013 Masters tournament didn't have your attention already, it certainly does now, as Tiger Woods, causing a little bit of controversy with a possible rules violation. We'll tell you the latest tonight at 11. A celebration was in store for Marcus Lattimore today at the Horseshoe on USC's campus. The highly thought of and highly sought after former 5-star recruit was celebrated for the impact that he's already had and served as a reminder that there are still good things yet to come from the junior running back. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights. Now it's time to recap the playoff action from Georgia. For the PGA Tour, the Sony Open is the first full field event of the year, and they could not have picked a better destination, Hawaii. But there will be plenty of time for windsurfing and sunbathing. Got to get in some golf first. Augusta Christian hosting Cardinal Newman. Tyler Roberson, pound for pound, one of the best quarterbacks in the area, leading passer in the area coming into the game, but he can run it as well, as you see him with a QB keeper up the middle. This was 27-0 at this point in the game. Ensuing kickoff, little pooch kick. Lions hustle down. Dominique Miles recovers it for Augusta Christian. Caught him sleeping on that one, and then they take advantage on the next drive. Roberson, this time 24 yards out. Watch him reverse field, and he's gone. Fourth TD of the night. They roll in this one. Augusta Christian 51, Cardinal Newman 6 the final. Coming into the contest with Tampa Bay, Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan had won 6 of the past 7 over the Buccaneers. But with the new head coach Greg Schiano at the helm for the Bucs, they've proven to be a more tough out than in years past. Off to Tampa Bay, where the Falcons are down 23-17 late in the fourth quarter until Michael Turner takes it in from 3 yards out, 24-23 Falcons. Then, last-ditch effort for the Bucs. Just as time expires, Josh Freeman lets one fly, and if they can come up with it, they get the win, but it's intercepted by the Falcons defense. Falcons win another close game, this one 24-23, and they take on a very familiar opponent on a short week of practice this week. Augusta State hosting Coastal Georgia yesterday afternoon. Early in the ball game, Reggie Burke drives it in for the Mariners. First field goal of the game. Jags trail 3-2, but then Mikael Graham down low gets to the hard way. But then from the perimeter, Ryan Weems was locked in. He had a game-high 20 points off of the bench. The Jags win 96-57 to start the season 2-0. Clemson and Carolina letting their rivalry carry over to the hardwood as well. Some familiar faces. Former Laney guard Rod Hall had one of his best games as a Tiger, 15 points, 4 assists, and 2 steals. And then, known as a wide receiver, but also the point guard, Bruce Ellington, playing his second game back from football, 12 points for the Gamecocks. But Clemson takes the Palmetto State's hoops crown 64-55, getting the win in Columbia.
Greenwood, left-handed floater, can't get it, and Chambers has it for Harvard.
The shocker of the first day of the NCAA tournament belonged to Coach Tommy Amaker and the 14-seed Harvard Crimson as they pulled out the stunning upset of 3-seed New Mexico that had one fan here in Augusta going down memory lane.
See, my freshman year with Tommy's sophomore year, and played the same positions, and obviously didn't get to play much in front of him.
The two are former high school teammates in Virginia, and for Augusta State head coach Dip Mitras, who has some big wins of his own, he remembers a small victory early on that felt especially sweet.
My freshman year, I got moved up to the varsity, and my high school coach always did that. Great high school coach, Red Jenkins, and Tommy's shoe blew out during the game. And he turned to us and said, "Which one of you guys has size 12? I was so happy I wore size 10 shoe because I was getting ready to give it up.
Many stories like this one gush out of Coach Mitras about his old teammate, including some that now seem absurd, but at the time were commonplace struggles that many young athletes face.
Another story about Tommy. He lost his senior year, hit a game-winning shot. We lost in a regional tournament, and it was after the buzzer. And I remember him sitting in the locker room. I was like, "You all right?" He said, "Dip, I don't think I'm good enough to play at Duke." You know, he thought when he went to his career at Duke, he wasn't good enough, and the guy started every game of his career as Defensive Player of the Year.
And since going their separate ways on to bigger and better things, they still keep in touch and know how to give each other a hard time. At least Dip does.
We found out early on in high school that his real name was Harold, and we call him that, and he hated it. So he knows it's me when I text him or email him.
Matt Lane, NBC 26 Sports. For an undefeated team playing in the state championship, scared is the last word you would think to use when describing the Laney Lady Wildcats. But before their game against Kendrick Friday night, many thought they were.
Everybody kept saying, "Oh, you're not going to get past the Final Four. Y'all going to get up there and get stuck."
But they didn't. After reaching the state semifinal game for the 5th season in a row, the Lady Wildcats did something they've not been able to do the past 4 years. They advanced.
It feels great. I mean, it's a big accomplishment that we made as a team, and I'm very excited. I know my coach is happy, and I know our fans, they're even more proud of us too.
It's time to celebrate, but it's no time to celebrate. We still got another goal to reach, and we're trying to get the championship.
And standing in the way of that last goal is Wesleyan High School, who have fared a bit better over the past 5 seasons, to the tune of 5 straight state championships. But the Lady Wolves made the move up to AA this year and face a very experienced Laney squad, who sitting at 30-0 would love nothing more than to add one more and leave the naysayers speechless for once.
That, I don't know, words can't explain. Like, man, I can't explain. It just be, I don't know, I'll be happy, crying, sad. I don't know why I'll be sad. I'm just going to have all mixed emotions. Like, it's going to be great to have that, really.
Matt Lane, NBC 26 Sports.